Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. No flyer for you guys this week, but we are back with the P1 boys and their multi-class league. We are back for round 4 this week. We're live from St. Croix version C, so the great big long circuit with one of the longest straights in the game. Opportunities for double overtakes down there. Let's have a look at points then so far. So individual championship points, Apache's leading the way 59, Obi-Wan's right behind him with 58. Tire Slayer is in third with 41 points, Rob S fourth with 34 points alongside Mocking Weeks, so joint fourth for those two, Mocking Weeks and Rob. Don in 6th then with 32 points. We've got Raffo 7th with 31 points. Pilgrim in 8th with 29 points. Manny in 10th with, 9th with 19 points. Marshall 10th with 17 points. Ricky J 11th with 13 points. Skippy 12th with 10 points. The Dodger 13th with 9 points. And Dizzy, no points on the board. I think he's managed to miss every race this season so far, I think. So let's have a look. Individual points. Sorry, it's so small. This is all I've got to play with. We have, if I can just make that bigger because old eyes and stuff. There we go. So we've got GR3s and GR4s running. Team wise, the drivers are split into teams. NPC are leading the way with 91 points in total. Cunny Funts have got 89 points in second. We've got Team Miyagi with 60 points in third. The Contendos with 44 points in fourth. Steptoe and Kun 43 points in fifth. Yorkshire Teabaggers 6 with 30 points. And right behind them, Dizzy Got Merked with 29 points. Individual points underneath there as well. I'll let you pause or do whatever you want with those. I'm not going to read all those out. But Apache leading the GR3s and Obi-Wan leading the GR4s currently. That is how we are. Merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. Hit me up at darksmoker@googlemail.com if you want any of those. Other than that, let's get ourselves in this lobby. So qualifying already started. We are at La Sarthe, like I say, great big massive long circuit. I don't know how far around they are. Let's have a look who's in. We've got Apache, Pilgrim, Raffo, Obi-Wan, Tire Slayer, Mocking, the Dodger, Don, Manny. We've got Ricky J, Marshall and Rob. 12 drivers in tonight then. There we go, just starting hot laps then by the looks of it. Yes sir. So through turn 1 into turn 2. Tricky one, always got to avoid the Armaco on the outside. A little bit of a straight then. Opportunities to overtake down here. Hard on the brakes then into the right hand elbow. Through the left hand elbow. Sorry, left hand 90. Now the sweeping right hander. It's a great big sharp 90 degree on the end of this one. Chunk. Board with P1 Apache in the Porsche GR3 version. You can tell by the great big wide wing on it. Down towards a double apex right hand 90 degrees both of these. Sorry, left handed 90 degrees both of these. There's one. There's the other. The next sweeping right hander then. brakes into this little corner. Back down the hill, running towards the bridge. If you know Le Sarthe, you know it's got a great big bridge on it. That's where we're heading down to now. Great big kinks on the way in. Oof, there's one. On the way in and the way off this bridge. So hammering all the way down here, turning left at the end. Long laps, 3:34 on the out lap. We're already at 2 minutes now. So over this brow through the right-hander, it does tighten up a little bit on the exit. This massive long straight again. If drivers get close enough, they'll go for an overtake down here, but they have to be careful that the car behind doesn't slot themselves straight back into the slipstream and come back and do it again. As you can see, massive long straight here. 90-degree, almost hairpin right-hander at the end. S's down towards the final corners here at St. Croix. Only raced here in GR4s. I couldn't tell you what it's like in GR3s. Pretty tricky, I can imagine. S's, you can see, you just want to push these cars out wide. Almost 90 right-hander down the hill into an almost 90 left-hander. We're back onto the start-finish straight. Kicks up a little bit of dirt through there as well, Apache. Let's see what he's got as he comes across the line. Sticks in a 3:29.9 then. Pilgrim coming up behind him. 3:31.8 for Pilgrim. Raffo 3:33.5, so first, second and third. You're not fourth. Both drivers look Dodger. Tyre Slayer's just crossed the line. He takes fifth. Dodger's just crossed the line. Takes fourth off him, which Tyre Slayer did have, but Dodger's come back to have that. Tyre Slayer fifth. Marking Weeks into... Sorry, Ricky J just slotted himself into sixth there. A couple of drivers still out on circuit. Sixth for Ricky J, then seventh for Marking Weeks, eighth for Obi, 9 for Don, and 10th Marshall just crossed the line. He takes 11th at the minute. Still got a few minutes left of this quali. S not finished the lap yet. Maybe doesn't know this circuit too well, Rob. Looks like he's not figuring out these corners quite as cleanly as some of the other drivers anyway. Looks on the line now though, we'll see what he puts in. So 3:46, so he moves up to 9th position then in the GR4s. So let's see the difference. Have a look at Marking Weeks' Porsche. There we go. Although it looks like a big spoiler, it's not. No front lip on that thing either. And then let's go and find who's got the other Porsche. Apache. There's somebody else out in a Porsche as well. There we go. Dodger. Even bigger wing look. Front lip on that thing. Wider. More power. Rear diffuser. Get a couple more stabs at this lap here to try and better these times. Apache back onto this long straight. So just about up to the 10-minute mark, 15 minutes qualifying here. it 10? Is it 10 minutes or 15 minutes? Let's have a look. Let's have a look, shall we? Where are you? Oh yeah, 10-minute qualifier. Yep. So this will be it then once they cross the line. Just flashed a final lap on screen. If I'd just looked up instead of my phone, I would have seen it. Right, up to the line then for Apache. What's he got? Can he cement that pole? He's not quicker this time, 3:29.9, so he stays on pole for the time being. Pilgrim up to the line now. He's not able to go quicker either, so settles for second for the time being. Raffo as well crosses the line, takes third position. 3:33.5. Dodger. Oh! Dodger's not going to go quicker now. Slowly up towards the line then for Dodger. He's got a little bit of front end damage. Get this lap thrown in the bin. Tyre Slayer though has come through to take fourth. Dodger fifth. Ricky J in sixth. Mocking Weeks up to the line. So the first of the GT4s then in Mocking Weeks, sitting in seventh at the minute. Obi-Wan finished his lap. He's going to finish in eighth. S around these last few corners. Ninth at the minute. Can he better that? Don comes home, takes 10th. Manny takes 11th. Marshall up to the line. Can he go quicker? Can't. Stays in 12th then. Where's Rob S? There's a couple of corners to go then for Rob. Say, can he go any quicker? Not anymore. 3:37. It's not going to be quick enough, I don't think. It isn't. 3:47 for that one. So he stays ninth then, Rob S. Qualifying done and dusted. Race one then about to start. We've got 20 minutes here at St. Croix. Getting it all wrong tonight. But it is that man on pole. Apache takes it. Pilgrim second. Raffo third. Tyre Slayer fourth. Dodger fifth. Ricky J sixth. Mocking Week seventh. Obi-Wan in eighth. Rob S 9th, Don in 10th, Manny in 11th, and Marshall in 12th. Right, so 5 minutes being given. Although Mocking Weeks are saying 1 minute. I think it'll be as soon as everyone's back on track. Can Apache hold it off the line against the Mercedes? It's a tricky start, really. It's a real fast turn one into a very tight turn two. Can all go terribly wrong in turn two. So you can see on screen it does say required tyre change. They must have a racing medium and a racing soft. Let's hope the weather holds out here as well. Some nice off-camber sections in the rain. You know, they're tricky enough in the dry, so the last thing you want is a bit of wet on the circuit. Some fast corners here as well. If you let go on a fast corner, Oof, around you go. Come on, Pilgs, get back from the toilet. We're all waiting on you. See how the GR4s get on as well. Obviously they'll be in different packs. The reverse grid for race 2, they will also still be split into GR3s at the front, GR4s at the back. But reverse grid for each division, each group. Just wait for this one to get underway then. Come on, Pilgs, get back in the room. Right, it should be about 18 minutes past, I think, when we crack on with race 1. We'll see. It was a bit cloudy at qualifying. The weather settings didn't look too bad, a bit overcast. But you never know. How long do you need for the toilet, Pilgrim? Two minutes? Flipping heck, how many? Five minutes to go loo and 2 minutes for God knows what now. God knows what. I've run out of things to say. You've taken too long, Pilgs. 1 minute. Court blimey. Right, looks like we're in then. Won't let me join yet. Come on. Oof, here we go then. Still can't get in. Right, here we go. Race 1 of the evening, just about to get underway. 20 minutes here at the South. Someone's found the horn again this week. lights are on then. We wait for these to go fully red and then go out, and we'll get race 1 of round 4 underway. Ooh, not a great start for Raffo. Very poor start. Dodger goes past him. Apache trying to hold on to the lead. Pilgrim's got a great start. He's through into top spot then. Towards this tricky turn 2. Let's have a look. Apache trying to come round the outside. He's had to slow down so as not to smack into the wall, but he's got a good drive out. He's managed to get that position back off of Pilgrim. Back into first then for Apache. Pilgrim second, Tyre Slayer third. Dodger and Ricky side by side down here. Ricky's just got himself in front, hard on the brakes, but Ricky's left the door wide open. Oh, but Dodger's put the spin on. He spun himself around at the end of that little straight there. He's put himself right to the back of the field. He's got to catch up with all those GR4s as well. Back up front then, Apache leads, Pilgrim second, Tyre Slayer third. Pilgrim going very wide through there. Ricky J in fourth, 2 seconds back now, being chased down by Raffo. Had a very poor start, half a second behind at the minute, Raffo. In the GT4s, then 2 seconds back, being chased by Obi-Wan, Rob S, Manny, Don and Marshall. Wait for Dodger in the GT3 to close up, 21.8 seconds behind Marshall, 30 seconds behind race leader. Top 2 then have pulled a bit of a gap. Tyre Slayer's made a mistake somewhere in the Nissan. See what the tyre options are saying. Racing softs on for the top 2. Tyre Slayer on, possibly the mediums. Costing him a bit of time down there. Ricky J trying to hang on to this 4th position. Under pressure from Raffo though. Medium tyre on for Ricky J. Soft tyre on for Raffo. Goes for a move now. Switches to the right hand side of the circuit. Trying to run around the outside of Ricky J. Oh, Ricky J's got a swap on in the Mustang. Held on to it though, but he's lost that position to Raffo. Raffo goes through to 4th, Ricky J 5th. Weeks then leads that pile of GT4s onto this long straight. Let's get ourselves on. Bit of that view, see if anyone can catch him up down here. Here comes Obi-Wan then. Bringing that time down, 0.4 of a second at the minute, halfway down this long straight. He's keeping himself tucked right over to this side of the circuit. Doesn't want to leave the door open for Obi-Wan to slot one up the inside. Might just be able to hang on to it here. Let's see what's Obi-Wan going to do. Oh, he's run himself far too deep. He's off a circuit. Obi-Wan then tried to run right next to Mocky Weeks through there. Ploughed himself straight into the grass and off circuit, fallen right back of this GT4 pack as well. Still a good fight here though. Robert S keeping himself there, and Manny. The GT4 McLaren and the GT4 Nissan Silvia. Marshall in 10th, Obi-Wan back on circuit, pointing the right way in 11th, right behind Marshall. Dodger in that faster GT3 Porsche is closing that gap down, 15 seconds behind Obi-Wan now. Still losing time to the front runners in the other GT3s. Here they are, Apache still under pressure from Pilgrim for that position. A bit of a straight for Pilgrim to have a go at, not close enough I don't think. Oh, but Apache's run wide through there. Not quite wide enough, I don't think. It's not. Holds that inside line, even with a mistake through the corner. Gets himself back through. Got a bit of work on his hands to close that tiny bit of time down again. Oof, oh, he's got a swap on. Down, can Tyre Slayer get this position back off him? He's coming up quick. Corner coming up, he's up the inside, Tyre Slayer. As held on to it. He's had a swap on as well. Oof, nowhere for Pilgrim to go either. He would have taken out Tyre Slayer had he put the throttle down. Tyre Slayer struggling to keep the back end of that thing pointing in the right direction. A bit of damage on board for Pilgrim. Just repaired itself. Oh, he gets a little swap on through there as well. So great big chunk of free time behind Apache now then. 3.8 seconds the gap between himself and Tyre Slayer. That's only growing. Pilgrim back on the hunt for that. That's what happens when you smash your pad into your desk. Pilgrim then still back on the hunt for that second position right on Tyre Slayer's tail as they head down here. Has he got the inside? He has a quick look but backs out. Raffo trying to get himself back on those podium positions as well. Just 1.1 back from Pilgrim. Soft tyre on board here. Ricky J on those mediums. Holding 5th. Mocking Weeks still leading the GT4s. Obi-Wan with his departure. He's way down the field. Rob S has made a mistake as well. Manny's got himself up into 7th. Rob S in 8th position, or possibly down to the softer tyre, maybe. Mocking on the medium, Manny on the softs, S on the mediums, Don's on the mediums, Marshall is, oh sorry, that's Obi-Wan on the mediums, Marshall's on the mediums, and there is Dodger, still trying to catch up with those GT4s, struggling here at Lasarth. St. Croix, not Lasarth. Why do I keep thinking it's Lasarth? I don't know. Stonking around here then, Apache finding a couple of seconds. 6-second lead now over Tyre Slayer. Tyre Slayer still under pressure from Pilgrim. Now got Apache join this fight as well. Now it'll be interesting to know whether these three decide if they're going to work together. We are 7 minutes into race 1. Work together. Pilgrim then flies himself out. Looked like he was going to make a move on Tyre Slayer, but he still might be making a move here. Oh, Tyre Slayer cuts straight across his nose. Still nowhere to go for Pilgrim. To this tricky right-hander. Oh, Tyre Slayer almost takes a bit of wall out. Gets a bit of a stab at steering, but that might give Pilgrim the run on him down here. Raffo riding that slipstream as well, side by side then for Tyre Slayer and Pilgrim. Pilgrim on the inside of this corner. Steve Bowman, evening brother. Has it worked? Yes it has. Pilgrim through. Tyre Slayer a bit slow through there. Raffo not able to get his way through. Ricky J just getting a swap on coming out of that corner. I just noticed. Oh, Tyre Slayer gets a bit of a wobble on as well. Raffo up the inside then. Easy peasy with a bit of a wobble on like that. Can he make the soft tyres work? Can he close back up on Pilgrim? So we're not looking too bad on the McLaren, to be honest. The Mercedes showing a little bit more wear. Apache's not even phased in the Porsche at the minute. 6.3 seconds lead. Plenty of life left in those tyres. Plenty of fuel on as well. Then finds himself 1.4 seconds between himself and Raffo now. GT3's just starting to spread out. Tyre Slayer holding that 4th, but again about a second back from Raffo. Ricky J 4.8 seconds down in the Mustang, trying to close the gap back up on the top 4. Mocking Weeks coming under pressure now. Manny up the inside through tricky S's, but he's got through Manny. Pushes himself through to 6th, Mocking Weeks 7th. Again, different tyre strategies. Soft on for Manny, mediums on for Mocking. Mocking doing a great job at the minute. He's hanging on to that second in the GT4s, if you like, but he's still racing on that medium tyre. So when he gets on the soft tyre, that little Porsche will be firing itself around here. in that slipstream of Manny as well. Seems to be doing well at it. Both drivers taking some paint off the side of their car. S trying to get back involved in that fight as well. 2.1 seconds down at the minute. He's got Don closing up on him. 2.5 back. He's dragging Obi-Wan just 0.6 of a second back. Marshall falling off that fight now. 3.1 seconds down in 11th. Here comes Dodger in that GT3 Porsche. Let's see how quick he closes up on Marshall down this straight. Taking 3 tenths, 4 tenths, 5 tenths out of him. 6, 7. Taking a second out of the GT4 Mustang down there. Almost 2 seconds. Dodger looks like he took it a little bit easy into this corner. Drivers to chase down for him now though. Might be GT4, but it's still opportunities, positions and points. And this man, Apache, the other end of the field in the GT3 Porsche. 7.1 seconds lead now from Pilgrim. Porsche hooking up well here then. Pilgrim's also managed to drag a little bit of time between himself and Raffo. That gap's extended to 2.3 seconds. Purple sector's being put in by Pilgrim as well. Raffo third, tyre slayer falling off the back a little bit, 1.9 seconds down in fourth. Ricky J loses another second, 5.8 seconds down now. Still leading this GT4 pack. He's still got Mockin right there with him in tow range as well. It's just going through turn 2. Loses a little bit of time to Manny at the start of this straight, but starts to claw it back a little bit down towards the end. Goes deep though, Mockin goes deep into that. He's lost all that time to Manny now. So at the 12-minute mark, who's going to be the first driver to stop? It's a long run on the medium tyres. S on the mediums, Obi still on the mediums. Past Don now into 9th, Don 10th. Dodger has made a position, he's passed Marshall into 11th. Find any more positions here. We've got about 7 minutes remaining. Apache just keeping it at about 7 seconds at the minute. 7 minutes remaining. Second. 4.1 seconds over Raffo. Oof, Raffo's got all sorts of damage on that McLaren. They'll be running slow. Tyre Slayer will be able to have a little bit of a go here, I think. That McLaren won't be travelling at full tilt. 155. Yeah, maybe it is. Even with that damage, wow. Having a nice easy race he was. Having a nice easy race. Then he went for a little picnic. So through that final corner, are we going to see Apache heading to the pits? Nope. Getting those tyres wiped off. He's lost a couple of seconds of that lead. It's down to 5.3 seconds between himself and Pilgrim. Here a little bit of squeal coming on now then. Starting to struggle on the semi-worn softs. Time over Raffo in third, that gap up to 6.5 seconds. Another 4 seconds back to Tyre Slayer. Ricky J closing that gap back up with a drift on coming through turn 2. 3. 1.6 seconds down. What can Ricky J do at the end of this race? 5 minutes remaining. And he still leads the GT4s. Mockin holding onto second position in the GT4s at the minute. Rob S closing up on him a little bit, just 1.6 seconds back. Now I said at the start of this thing, we have to be racing softs and racing mediums, but it doesn't look like anyone's pitting, does it? So is it just a case of you've got to use a set of softs and mediums throughout the night? So for this race you're using mediums. The next race tonight, you know, after this one's done, the reverse grid, you've got to stick the other set on. I'm not too sure. GT4s are still keeping themselves pretty close. Look, there we are. Manny, Mockin, Rob S, Raffo, Don, and Dodger bolted onto the back end of this fight in the GT3 Porsche. Marshall, a long way down now, unfortunately, 7.7 seconds off the back of Dodger. This long straight, Apache still finding a bit of time. Got it messed up tonight. What's going on? Is this a full endurance tonight? What's going on? Is it not 2 races? I'm just seeing at the top of the screen lap 5 of 14. Let's go for a stompathon then, I think. I wonder why people haven't come in for the pit stops. It's not going to be a reverse grid for race 2, I don't think. It's no longer having a race 2. He's back up to that 7-second gap though, Apache. Doing everything he can to try and close that gap down, but it's not working. He's still pulling time over Raffo. Raffo's still pulling time over Tyre Slayer. Tyre Slayer just keeping himself out of touching distance of Ricky J. It's still 3.5 seconds. Not anymore. Oh. That was Rob S that was behind Mockin for a second, behind Manny, but it's not. Manny's still holding that 6th then. But Mockin weeks on those mediums. Finding that time back, got himself well within slipstream range down here. Manny 6th then, Mockin Weeks 7th, Rob S in 8th, Dodger in the GT3 in 9th, Obi in 10th, Don in 11th, Marshall falling back a little bit more in 12th. On this, it looked like Mockin Weeks was going to close up on Manny, but he's losing a couple of tenths again here. Close it back up on the Nissan, the Porsche, down to 0.4 of a second. Both drivers pushing it through there, kicking up a bit of sand. Dodgers up into 8th, then he's got himself past Rob S. Starting to finish straight again then for these two. No one in the pits yet. Obi-Wan on the back end of Rob S for 9th at the minute. McLaren versus McLaren. Medium versus medium tyre here as well. Obi-Wan right behind Rob S as they come into this turn 2. Can he get a run on the other McLaren? Not the longest straight in the world, but it is possible. Rob S peels over to this right hand side of the circuit again, just trying to defend that inside line. Connect these two as they come down towards this right hander at the bottom. Great drive by Obi. He's got himself side by side with Rob S. into this left-hander. That's given him the advantage. Oh, not quite. Rob S is still there. No, he's fallen back now. Position is Obi-Wan's then for the time being. Oh. He should hold on to it down to this next corner. As his tyres are dirty. Again has another little look. Just needs to hang on to him really. Wait for these longer straights. We've got the bridge coming up. We've got that long straight coming up as well. S piling the pressure on Obi-Wan here then. Down towards the bridge. Closes up under braking, gets a good run onto the bridge as well. Not as good an exit onto the bridge as Obi-Wan. He pulls a little bit of time back. Keeps him safe from an attack from Rob S on the exit of the bridge. But again, we are coming to that long straight, so Rob S in a prime position here. Still just 0.4 of a second in it. On board with Rob S then. Wobbly lobby syndrome going. Great run through that corner as well. Just 0.2 of a second in it. Time starting to come down now then. 0.2. Slips over to the right hand side. Nothing Obi-Wan can do about this. He's just got to hope that Rob S does something daft in the corner. The outside here. Oh, he's managed it as well. Side by side for the two McLarens. Great bit of driving from Obi-Wan. I thought Rob S had that fair and square through there. Obi-Wan's come through to nab it. Right, let's go see what's happening at the front end of this field. Apache, disgusting amount of lead now. 25.7 seconds. Raffo, he's spun round, he's stuck himself in the wall again, and he's off circuit there as well. J still out on circuit, worn mediums. Tyre Slayer still out on circuit on worn mediums. Pilgrim in the pits, backing out a fresh set of mediums for him to play with. Softs on before stint one. So yeah, full 40-minute endurance here then by the looks of it. 14 laps, whatever's equates to. Off Pilgrim. Goes a little bit wide through there, kicks up some sand on the exit, but manages to keep it straight. Dodger not stopped yet. Out on the medium tyres, chasing down those GR4s. Manny and Mockin back at it, neck and neck these two. Mockin got the inside line now this time. Got a wobble on. Oh, it gets nudged straight by Manny. Lucky move. Almost sent that Porsche round. A little love tap by the Nissan behind him. Just helped put him straight. Back into the front of the GT4s then, Mockin. No driver stopped on these GT4s yet. Everybody out on the soft tyre, on the medium tyre, except in the GT4s, except Manny, who's on the softs. So it's going to be hard push to keep with Mockin Weeks once they swap tyres. Mockin Weeks will have the softs to play with, Manny will have the mediums to play with, and Mockin, as you can see, leading this GT4 pack for an awful long time. Manny managed to close back up and take that position off him, but Mockin Weeks has come back up and taken that one. Tyre wear starting to play a factor into this race at the minute then for the GT4s. The GT3's been in. It's Manny on the horn, up the inside of Mockin then as we come across the bridge. Race leader Apache into the pits now. place to be going for an overtake, Manny. Because we're onto this long straight now. Croix closing up already through the corner. Starts to reel that Nissan back in then, slowly but surely. Halfway down this long straight, can Croix do it? He sweeps over to the right hand side by side with Manny. Doesn't get a swap on through there, holds on to that position for now. Manny coming back at him though. Tricky through the S's. Go for Manny there. Mockin's gone a little bit wide. That's going to slow him down. He's going to be able to come back at him. Half a second penalty for Croix to lose as well. You see them pit at the end of this lap. Mocking pit, that's for sure. Obi comes in, Rob S comes in. Manny stayed out, Don has stayed out. Trying to get as long as possible out of those softs then, Manny. Laps. He's got about a lap left of fuel. Don also stayed out on the worn mediums. Mocking back out on a fresh set of softs. Still got that half a second penalty to lose. Obi-Wan, 3 second penalty. Pit glitch kicking in then for Obi-Wan. Holding 10th at the minute. Rob S is right behind him on a fresh set of softs. Obi-Wan on those softs as well. Marshall in the pits now, taking on board fuel. He'll have the softs to play on. So Apache out on these mediums. Tyre Slayer on the mediums, not stopped yet in second. Ricky J stopped. He's put a fresh set of softs on, got himself third position. He's got Raffo pretty close behind him, also on the medium tyre. Oh, he's been in, come back out. He's also picked up the pit glitch. 3 second penalty. That's a real kick in the teeth, that is. Dodger in 6. Still out on his medium tyres. Quite happy with those by the looks of it. And here's Manny, not stopped yet on these soft tyres. Losing a lot of time though, as lap times have gone from 3:47 to 3:49. Why has Pilgrim just left the room? Coming. Raffo then closing up on Ricky J, looking for that third position. We see Tyre Slayer in this lap. He's out of fuel. He's got to come in. 20 seconds, 21 seconds over Ricky J and Raffo. He's going to have to take on board every single drop of fuel though. Ricky J's gone wide through there. Slowed him down. He's picked up some front end damage as well. Raffo's going to get past him down this straight. Carrying that extra speed. Oof, Ricky J. Almost off circuit there as well. Raffo goes through, then takes that second position off him. Ricky J third. Tyre Slayer just gets released from the pits now, then fresh set of softs to play with. Shouldn't they be medium tyres, Mr. Slayer? I think they should be medium tyres, Mr. Slayer. Bravo second, Tyre Slayer fourth, Dodger in fifth, still not stopped yet Dodger. Manny in sixth, also not stopped in the Nissan. Looks like he's coming in this lap though. Done behind him, not stopped, he's coming in this lap. Drops himself out of 7th position. Where is Mocky Weeks then coming into these final corners? Should get out before Manny and Don. Still taking on board fuel then for Manny, gets released now, but Mocky Weeks goes firing past the pit exit. What's he going to have? So soft tyre on board now for Mocky Weeks. Manny behind him on the mediums. I think that's the fight I was thinking of. Not Tyre Slayer. Yeah, so Mocky Weeks should be able to keep pulling away from Manny. Very close when the tyres were swapped over, when Mockin had the mediums and Manny had the softs. Now it's the other way around. Mockin with a faster tyre should be able to creep that time up. 4 seconds at the minute. Don on the softs behind him as well, 4 seconds back. Obi-Wan right there with him, just 1.2 seconds back. Marshall unfortunately 25 seconds back in 10th. Lost Pilgrim, I don't know what happened. Apache has now got 31 seconds clear. Raffo, the next car on circuit. No way on this planet he can catch him up through pure racing. Not 31 seconds back. Nicky J keeping himself in touch though, 2.4. Tyre Slayer 5.5 seconds down in 4th. Dodger still rolling around on those mediums. 5th, got plenty of time between himself and Mocky Weeks to jump in for a pit stop. There is Mocky in the GT4s. Yeah, there you go, pulling that time away from Manny. 6.2 seconds already. It's 4 seconds a couple of a minute or so ago. Again, Manny's just going to have to be careful. He's got these drivers behind on these faster tyres as well. Don and Obi-Wan both on the softs. Let's get ourselves on a little bit of chase cam. We can watch these two closing up on Manny. Getting a little bit of time on the way off the bridge. Softer tyre just able to accelerate quicker out of the corners, take these corners quicker, brake later, all that sort of stuff. Already accelerating coming out of the corner. You can see the gap visibly drop between themselves and Manny. Let's just jump on board with Don. Within slipstream range then. 0.8 of a second that time coming down. Obi-Wan having a look around the outside of Don here as well, side by side chasing down the Nissan. Obi-Wan might have a good chance of slinging one up the inside here. No, he's going to have to brake. He's going to have to brake. Managed to get himself past Don into 8th position then. Both of these drivers have closed right up on Manny. GT4 race hotting up here then. Tyre on board for Manny. Oof, Obi-Wan stretching, looking for a way through. Got himself up the inside of Manny. Through he goes in the McLaren then. Nothing he can do against that McLaren on softer tyres. Porsche now, next one on track to try and do the same thing. Oof, Manny. Lovely line up the inside. He's not going to help you out. Obi-Wan's got the inside line into this final corner. Don with a good run through that final corner, closes up on Manny as well. Manny keeping himself right in the slipstream of Obi-Wan. Just having to back off the throttle there. Oh, Manny's clipped the wall. He's trying to carry too much speed through following Obi-Wan. That medium tyre just not letting him do it through that corner, and he spun himself off into the wall as well on the exit of turn 2. Manny with a great big dent and a great big gap now between himself and Don. Yeah, just trying to hang with the faster cars on those soft tyres. It's cost him. Then, sorry, Mocking Weeks leading the GT4s. Obi-Wan second in the GT4s. Right, let's go and see how much of a disgusting lead Apache's got. What do we think? 40 seconds? 35? Oof, 34 and a half-ish. Just have to back off the throttle through there. Went a bit quick into that corner, did Apache. Some gravel all the way through there. Ricky J into second then. What's happened? Tyre Slayer. That faster tyre working for him, but it looks like Raffo's made a mistake. He's put himself in the wall, I think, somewhere. So he's now down in 4th. 10.7 seconds off a Tyre Slayer. And just got himself in front of Ricky J. Slayer past then, that fresh tyre on the Nissan working. Ricky J, a little bit of damage on board for him as well. Holding third. He's now got the 10-second gap back to Raffo. Lap 10, lap 11 of 14. Last of the GT3s has finally stopped and put a set of tyres on. He's got the softs on now then. 1 minute behind Raffo, unfortunately. There is Mocking Weeks. Great big gap between himself and Obi-Wan. Don closing that gap up as well down this long straight. Not going to be enough, I don't think, into this corner at the end. It's not close enough. Onto that one then. Don has to hang on to his 8th. Manny then 9th. Medium's not working out. Soft tyres on for Marshall. He's 21 seconds behind Manny, but showing a fair bit of wear on that Mustang. See what he can do. So the faster tyre still finding time over Apache. 33.3 seconds the gap. Take his time a little. Oh, Ricky J through there far too quickly. Oh, Ricky J, front end damage. Come on, Ricky J. Come on, Ricky J. Hold on to third. He's losing time all over the place. Raffo's going to be all over the back of him if he has any more mares like that. He's lost 8 seconds to that battle between himself and Tyre Slayer, and dropped back towards Raffo. Now 6 seconds the gap between those two. There's Raffo on the bridge already. Ricky J just coming off the bridge. There is Raffo now. Again, he's had 1 or 2 mistakes. Good race here, 10 seconds, 10.8 over Obi-Wan still. Time is coming down a little bit. Tyres looking a lot better on Obi-Wan's McLaren as well. Did he stop a little bit later, lap 7? Or did Mocking Weeks come in? Oh no, also lap 7. Just pushed them a little bit harder. Seconds back, then falling off the back end of the McLaren, and he gets a wobble on. Again, falling back on those mediums. 10 seconds down now. Marshall is starting to bring that time down towards him. 23.4 seconds. with worn softs. Not anymore. Bit of gravel riding won't help that out. Apache loses a second up front, but still 32.8 seconds up the road from Tyre Slayer. To lap 12 of 14. Ricky J back in the pits. He's ditching these softs. Probably going to go for another set of softs. That's allowed Raffo through. Taking on board a little bit of fuel as well, Ricky J. Unfortunately now he's a long way back from Raffo. 2 laps remaining, then 14.4 seconds to try and make up. I don't think that's going to happen without a mistake from Raffo. Starting to struggle here a bit, Tyre Slayer as well, sitting in second. His soft tyres showing a bit of wear, but the Nissan can be a bit loose in the GT3 format. I can be loose in the GT4 format as well, to be honest. Apache on those mediums, still doing a really good job with those. Plenty of life left in them, keeping up the pace as well. 3 seconds off his fast lap times with the softs on. About the same, gaining about a second, I think, a lap on Apache. But it's been a pretty comfortable one for him. He had Pilgrim chasing him down for half of it. Pilgrim suddenly left the lobby, I don't know why. So there is the gap that Apache's got. Is Tyre Slayer just coming onto that long straight. So although bringing the time down Tyre Slayer, it's not going to be enough. Lap 12 then, just 2 more laps for him to do. Has he got enough fuel on? That's the question. Tyres should be okay, but has he got enough fuel on? Crosses the line to start lap 13 then, with a 32-second lead still over Tyre Slayer. He's also found a little bit of time over Raffo, 23.5 seconds behind in third Raffo. Ricky J fourth, fresh set of softs on for him, 16.4 seconds behind Raffo unfortunately. Well ahead of the Dodger, 56 seconds down for the 5th place driver. Jump to the GT4s. Mocky Weeks again up front, great big lead, 11.3 seconds over Obi-Wan. Tyre wear starting to show a fair bit on the GT4s now. Still looking pretty good on that McLaren though of Obi's. Dom's closed that gap back up. Keeping it about that 2 second mark. It's about 2.5, so he's gained about half a second. Falling even further back, but he is keeping himself out of danger. Marshall's still 26.5 seconds down. His soft absolutely beaten up now. Won't be able to make those work at all to close that gap up. Then all spread out. Oof. Raffo has made a mistake then. Not getting on with those medium tyres in that McLaren, that's for sure. Ricky J goes through to take third at the minute then. 6.2 seconds, 6.3 seconds. Again, got that fresh set of softs on to play with as well, Ricky J. Raffo on those slightly worn mediums, but yeah, like I say, just not hooking up like he wants them to. And he's catching him out every now and then. Dodger then a minute behind. He loses about a second to Obi. Have only got about a lap left. There is race leader coming up to overtake back marker Marshall. Then the GT3 over the GT4. Marshall just stayed out of the way, then allowed Apache to come through. It's not a fight he can win. Then down towards that final corner. He's got one more lap to do. Tyres looking great, fuel looking pretty good as well. Should have enough to do the rest of the lap. Tyre Slayer can't do anything on the softer tyre, but really struggling here. Showing a fair bit of wear on that Nissan's tyres. Just not able to bring any kind of time down on Apache. It's a little bit too late now as well, just one lap remaining, 32.5 seconds, even if Apache stuck it in a wall and dented all four corners. Car will be repaired and back up to full speed before Tyre Slayer caught up with him. Ricky J as well, can he get a podium here? Still got 6.6 seconds over Raffo. Oh, Raffo's got to be careful, he's running out of fuel already. Another lap to do as well, Raffo. Dodge them in fifth. Softer tyres looking pretty good, showing a fair bit of extra wear at the back. There's Mocking Weeks still leading the GT4s. Still keeping himself 10 seconds ahead of Obi-Wan as well. Obi's not been able to close him up. Don's fallen back though, he's now 10 seconds behind Obi. Manny's another 12 seconds back, and Marshall's still at that 26-second point behind Manny. There it is, a final lap up on screen now then. A third of the way around it for Apache. Yeah, nobody told me it was an Enduro tonight. To the bridge for the final time for Apache. Still finding time over the second place man. Look at that, fastest sector. He's now 34.4 seconds ahead of Tyre Slayer. And now this is where the fight's going to be at, I think, because Ricky J holding third, but he has got Raffo closing back up on him. 4 seconds the gap now. Again, just he's going to run out of fuel. He's so going to run out of fuel here, Raffo. Short shifting, coasting around a lot of these corners. Look, into six already. 90 miles an hour. Ricky J cemented his third position then, because Raffo can't put the hammer down. He can't close that gap up on him. No fuel on board for him. He's going to have to be careful that he doesn't run out of fuel too early and allow Dodger to come back and take that position. Where is he? Dodger might get that position off him. He's still got plenty of fuel on. He's on the soft tyres as well. Plenty of life left in those. Still saying 57 seconds behind Raffo, but that can't be right. bridge then for Raffo. Could be out of fuel by the time he comes off it. 54 seconds the gap. Oh, sorry Apache. Oh, I'll be watching that. Apache crosses the line to take the win here then. Sorry mate, I was watching the other battles. Tyre Slayer's going to come through. He's going to take second position, almost out of fuel. Pressed hard then, Tyre Slayer, but it just wasn't enough to close up on Apache. He actually found a little bit more time at the end there, 38 seconds almost by the time Tyre Slayer crosses the line. There it is, 38.2. Ricky J then, a couple of corners to go. He's going to cement this third position. Nobody going to get that off him now. Raffo 23 seconds behind him. He might hang on to that fourth. Dodger I don't think is close enough, regardless of how fast he goes. Raffo just exiting that long straight, whereas Dodger's just coming onto it. Doesn't matter, Ricky J. Doesn't. Oh, that might matter a little bit. So with the dents into the wall, final corner, who cares, Ricky J? Third position, he's weaving that Mustang across the track. He's happy with that. Third position, he might not even make it across the finish line here. He does. Raffo's still got fuel on just. Dodger pressing as hard as he can, but he's not going to be able to close this gap up. Raffo sticks himself in the wall on the final lap as well. Gets away without any damage there. But he is going to hang on to fourth. Just to conserve just enough fuel to get round. The last thing he wanted was to run out halfway round and have Dodger just roll past him. Raffo takes fourth position, then backwards across the line. Dodger around these last couple of corners. What's the gap going to be by the time he comes across the line? 20 seconds. Just as Dodger crosses the line, 18 in fact, and it is going to be Mocking Weeks that takes the win in the GT4s. Just a second to Obi-Wan those last couple of laps, but been consistent throughout Mocking Weeks. He pretty much led the pack from the get-go on the medium tyres as well, managed to fend off everybody else. It was only really Manny on the soft tyres that was putting any pressure on him, but he managed to just keep with. Oh, we don't even get a chance to see these guys cross the line because there's a time limit. So it was Apache that crossed the line first, taking the win. Steve Scooby, as it says on screen there. Let's have a look at official results. There it is then. Apache takes the win. Tyre Slayer second, Ricky J third, Raffo fourth, Dodger fifth, Mocking Week sixth, Obi-Wan seventh, Don in eighth, Manny in 9th, Marshall 10th, Rob S in 11th, and yes, did not finish for Pilgrim. Yeah, what happened to Rob S? Did he ditch himself out as well that we didn't notice? Two drivers out then for round 4. But yeah, some good racing. Tight between the GT4s. Pretty much most of it, to be honest. There was a good run between the GT3s as well. Tyre Slayer, Raffo, Tyre Slayer, Pilgrim and Apache all having a go at each other, but all working out in Apache's favour in the end. So that's it from me tonight. I am back on Wednesday night at 8:30 for the Team Oliver Racing GT3 League. Back on Friday night again at 9 o'clock for the next round of the GTTCC. And then same time, same place next week for the Multi-Class League with the P1 boys. 9 o'clock Sunday nights. But yes, that's about it from me, people. I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, give it a comment. Make sure you're subscribed. Most of all, tell your mates, tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of here.